Hey guys, how's it going? Alright, we're doing a video on one of these little bloody battery packs. Now you've most probably seen these jump packs around. They're bloody coming out everywhere. This is an Anki. Oh gee, I hope you can see that, guys. I got it off eBay. It was $49.95, bloody super cheap. I just went and checked and they're actually up to $55 now. I don't sell them. But I reckon they're a bloody good idea. Now I'm going to show you something where we had. Oh. We bought these most probably about 12 months ago. We've actually got two. Nay bought one to run in her intruder because she has issues with that battery. As if you've seen the other videos, you would have figured that out. This is a 1500 milliamp. I'll try and get the stats up there for you. Hopefully that's going to be able to be read. So this starts Nay's bike really well, no worries at all. I've used it on the DR650 and I've even used it on the Jeep. This will jump start the Jeep. So that's 1500 milliamps and it comes with all the little bits and pieces. So you've got your jumper lead, you've got a bloody thing to plug it in the wall to charge the battery pack up, and then you've got a whole heap of different connections to use on different devices. So, and that worked really well and we were really impressed with that. And then I just happened to stumble across this bloody, this little one. Now it is only 8000 milliamps, but that, I know with that, starting that Jeep, I figured, well this one, and they're promoting it to start cars, motorbikes, ATVs, all that kind of stuff. So I thought, oh bloody get it and just see how it goes. So I haven't actually tried to jumpstart anything with it, but I know charging devices and all that stuff, it works really well. But the beauty of this thing is that it's really bloody small. So obviously you can see how big it is there. This is my iPhone 6 Plus, so it is actually smaller that way. Now this phone also has one of those chunky bloody covers on it, and then you can see the difference. So this is just a little bit fatter, and weight wise they're pretty much the same bloody weight. They're really simple. I'll most probably bring you down over to the table and then I'll bloody go through it with you. Actually, first before I do that, I should have said these are both lithium batteries, so that's why they're small and they're really light. Yeah, and I needed to give you a close-up just of the stats on that one. Hopefully that's getting it all good. Cool, all right, let's go back down here. All right guys, so size-wise, this is 75 centimeters that way and 142 centimeters this way. And then the thickness of it, and if you can hear that dog, it's next door neighbour's dog bloody squealing, that's 15 centimeters thick. What you get when you buy this, is you get this battery pack, 800 milliamp lithium, an instruction booklet, which is really good actually. It was quite, apart from the bloody text, it's so fine. That's because I'm getting old. The jumper leads, and then you have the little power cable thing. And this is really bloody a really great idea the way they've done this, which I shall show you in a minute. Okay, so that's basically the front side, the back side, nothing there, nothing on that side, but then on the other side you've got your power button there, which you can hear that, it's loose. It doesn't seem to affect it, but yeah, I thought I'd show you that. That's where your jumpers go into it. That's if you want to power, recharge this battery up. That's a light, and then that's your USB port. So I'll just turn it on. So you got your 4 lights there. Basically that's saying it's 100% done, and then I think if one's gone it goes to 50%, then it's 25%, then it's 10%, and then flashes and does bloody whatever. But anyway, if you want to turn that light on, you just got to hold it on for about 5 seconds. You get your light, and then you can change a couple of modes. That's just a flasher. If you want to do a disco, that's your SOS, and then that turns it off. I mean, the lights doesn't really matter about the light, but I suppose that'd be good for around the camp or something if you wanted to have a light.
So this just goes in one way, can't get it wrong, in you go. And then on here, this thing starts bloody going off. Now I'm presuming that this is telling me, I don't know if you can see that, got error and start. This is telling me that I shouldn't be doing this. By the instructions, you're supposed to connect this to the battery and then plug that in. So we'll see that when I go to do the test of trying to jumpstart the DR, that this shouldn't do that. Now I was saying that this bloody cable is really bloody good. So if we want to charge up the iPhone, all we've got to do is basically plug that in there. That's your standard USB. And then on here, this already just comes with the iPhone plug that fits my phone. So I'll just wait. So now I'll plug that in. There you go. And hey presto, she's now charging. And that's all great. But it's got this little tricky thing where you pull this out here. Let's feed that out. This is really hard doing it like this. So then you got this. Now this particular one suits my Sony camera. So if I was to pull this off, I can plug that in here. Oops, put it in the right way. Now the one difference between plugging this into this camera or the iPhone, as soon as I plugged it in, it just started up and started charging. But this won't charge until I turn this on. So if I turn that on, then we should see a light come on to say that it's going to start. There you go. There's the orange light. So it's charging it. So that's really good. That works really, really well for my setup. So now, if you want to charge this up, it doesn't actually have a power cable like a 240 volt or your normal bloody into a power socket. So this one here goes into that one there, and of course, always the way with these things, you always put it the wrong way. Oh, hang on. What am I doing? Oh, sorry, I'm trying to put the wrong one in. There you go. So that goes in there, and then this side here, you can run it off a laptop, or if you've got one of these things, I'll just show you over here. So I've got one of these USB things, so you plug that into the wall, and then you've got a USB charging point. You guys, you've seen they're coming out on all the power boards now, so that just goes in there. So we grab that, plug that in there, and then hey presto, you can see she's now charging up, or it's basically saying it is fully charged. So what I've worked out, and I'm going down this road of trying to make things as lightweight and as least complicated as possible when I'm out on the motorbike or on an adventure or whatever. When you're doing the videos and you've got so many gadgets and bloody wires and batteries going all over the place, trying to make things a lot simpler just makes the whole experience a whole lot bloody better. So I've worked out that this base basically just sits in my tank bag. These jumper things, which hopefully shouldn't bloody need them, sits in the back pannier, and of course that sits in the tank bag as well. So when I pull up at camp, I can charge all my devices off this, and then the next morning I basically just plug that in, stick it into the USB on the bike, and just have that feed out through the tank bag, and that will just charge while I'm riding along for the next day. And then when I pull up at camp again, I can then bring this out, and then I'm not using the battery on the bike. Anyway, that's the idea of it. Alright, so what we're now going to do is, I've got to make sure the bloody thing will start the bike. So I'm just going to pull I'm going to get the battery out of that one. I've got an old one. I run a lithium battery in the back, some of you guys will know that. This is the lithium battery that I killed. So, just so you can see, so I've got a little bit of something in there. Now I know without a shadow of a doubt that will not start the bike, but we're going to try and start the bike using that battery. It won't go. Then we'll hook up that little battery pack and see if we can start the bike with it. Cool. Alright guys, so I've pulled out the battery out of the bike. I'll just show you, this is the good battery. So there you go. And this one here is the bad battery. So we're grabbing the bad battery and putting it in the bike. Alright, so we just got to whack all these wires on. Beautiful. Alright, so I don't know what, actually I do know what the bloody temperature is. Let's have a look at the temperature. And it is 12.7 degrees. So it's not exactly warm. Now the bike hasn't been started, and I'll just bloody prove that by putting my hand on there, on the muffler. So Max hasn't been started for, I don't know, quite a few days now, so hopefully it'll start up pretty easily. Alright, let's have a go. First thing, so we've got, we've got a light. I've got that there. Now let's see if we can start her up. Full choke. Which is what I expected. That was just way not enough to start the bike. That will never start, not in 100 bloody years. So now, I'll bring his over. Alright, so now all we've got to do is connect this up and see if we can start it. I'll whack this on here. That gets a good bite on there. Now I'm not too sure, I don't know if you can see that, but that's saying error and beeping obviously as you can hear it. I don't know if it's supposed to do that, but we're going to plug her in. Aha! So there you go, now it's saying it's all good because you've got that connected and everything's sweet, so it's saying it's ready to jump. Alright, so obviously you can see the light's a whole lot bloody brighter. Turn. Oh, I wonder if it was because of me, I don't know. Doesn't get any better than that, guys. That was crazy. So that's once. Twice. Just thought I'd check the battery. Oop. So yeah, still dead. Try and start that now. So I threw a little bit more power into that battery, but still not enough to bloody get it going. So there you go, guys. That bloody that's worked an absolute treat. I'm really happy that that's going to work because it's just a great bloody size to work. I mean, I've seen some of them like they have 1600 milliamp ones, super cheap, and they're like $189 friggin' dollars. It's just ridiculous. And we all get trapped in that thing of, oh, it's got more power. We need more bloody power. Well, you know, you don't. I mean, I can get away with that 800 amps for, you know, just charging up the couple of cameras and the iPhone. I mean, normally I don't need to do the iPhone anyway because I'm using it as a GPS sitting on there and it's always connected on the bike anyway. So it'd only be really for the cameras for me. But as an emergency backup for myself or for, you know, helping out a fellow bloody rider with the jumper leads is a bloody great idea. So what I worked out was that, yeah, when you've got to connect these first, obviously you always put the positive and then the black one on, and it gives you that bloody beep and error. That's not a problem, that's just saying that you haven't got that connected. Once that goes on, then that changes to say, yep, you're right to go and start the bloody bike up. It says that it can start, I I don't know whether it didn't say a bike, it just said it can start something up about 20 times. You can do that before running this out. It mentions that, see, I'm still on the 4, still 100%. It says don't try and start something if it's got less than 3 lights on there. That's just not enough juice for it to do it. I'm not sure how long, I can't remember all the bloody stats. I mean, you can look it up. It's all on that on there. It doesn't take that long to charge this back up. It might be an hour, it might be 4 hours. Either way, I don't know. It might be an iPhone 4. They said you can charge that 3 times from dead empty to bloody full. I'm rambling on now, and it takes about an hour to charge an iPhone 4. So yeah, there you go. I don't know what else to bloody say apart from that was a bloody ripper little idea with that, the way they have that work. And it's a good idea for my setup because I have an iPhone, so instantly I've got an iPhone thing there, and then that thing here, the way it plugs out like that. So you've only got one cable, pull that out like that. So that uses for charging the battery back up. But in my case, it works on my bloody Sony action camera that I can actually charge that. I don't have to bring, that's one less cable I have to bring in the bag. So there you go, I'm going to shut up now. Keep on riding, guys.